Police says the gun battle took place in 3 different spots near Trinity Avenue, where a total of 6 people were shot. 3 have died. One of them, a rapper Davon Bennett, who goes by the stage name King Von. GBI says King Von and a group of men left Opium nightclub and went to Monaco Hookah Lounge early Friday morning. Investigators say after they arrived, 2 men approached the group in the parking lot and an argument ensued. From there, shots were fired.
On November the 6th, 2020, 3 months and 2 days after FBG Duck was murdered, and only 4 days after tweeting that a couple of people want to kill him with a yawning face, King Von is playing a show at Atlanta's Opium nightclub, where he was seen in good spirits, traveling in Atlanta with a number of big-name hitters from O-Block, including Muwop, Louis, Slutty, BJ, and Boss Top. You would have thought that this man, with his reputation and those around him, would be completely untouchable. But perhaps it was that kind of thinking that led to this situation to begin with. Because on the way home from that performance, King Von and his crew drive to the Monaco Hookah Lounge, after apparently getting the location of Quando Rondo, an affiliate of the rapper NBA Youngboy, who Von had been having a feud with online. This was nothing to do with the street beef in Chicago. This was a rap beef, and one that I believe Von was probably leaning into because he thought it would help his career if he was seen pressuring another rapper. So after finding out that a music industry rival was nearby, Von's car abruptly changed direction, headed to that hookah lounge, which led to Von accidentally losing the professional security team that had apparently been looking after him earlier that day. Apparently Von wasn't being entirely open with his crew about what he was looking for or trying to do at this point. Him and his team arrived to the hookah lounge lurking around the area for quite some time when somebody informed him that rapper Quando Rondo was in a nearby car. Von immediately approached, and in an insane scene that was captured on CCTV but I won't show you on YouTube, without provocation, Von begins to physically attack Quando Rondo, beating him with his bare hands and swinging enormous haymakers. Thing is though, Von clearly hadn't considered the possibility that his music industry ops might be rolling as deep as he does in the streets. Because while he's punching Quando Rondo, a man named Lil Tim, an apparent shooter from Quando's entourage, saw Von beating up Quando Rondo and immediately opens fire. Von takes a death grip on Quando Rondo, refusing to let go, as Quando desperately tries to shake him off as he begins to bleed out from the gunshot wounds. And at this point it looks like Muwop steps in, swinging an enormous uppercut at Quando Rondo, knocking him out and releasing Von from his grip. At this point, Von's team gets him into a car, rushing him to a nearby hospital where he did not survive. But even more crazy than that, at some point during all of this chaos, 2 of the other O-Block members that are there pull guns and are confronted by nearby police officers who pull their own guns, opening fire, killing Slutty, who is related to Zell, HK, and T-Roy, who we've mentioned earlier, and wounding O-Block Louis, who is shot in the head but miraculously survives, with him even being well enough by May 2021 to appear in an IG Live with Muwop. I can't imagine how hard this loss must have been for Zell Munna, who had now lost 3 relatives as part of this story. He would mourn the loss of Slutty and Von on Instagram, as well as wishing Louis a get well. Meanwhile, people from the opposing side paid tribute to a number of names of people King Von was rumored to have killed in an apparent celebration of his death. Wooski tweeted "Anyway BDK," flipping Von's earlier lyric where he referenced Wooski needing medicine after being shot at the funeral. Meanwhile, other ops in the city claimed to be smoking Von on social media.
We smoking Von out the P today.
And pretty much anybody who Von had had a problem in the past with in Chicago was jumping in joy at the news of him passing. Unfortunately, it appeared that one of the people closest to Von, his mentor, collaborator, and co-defendant Lil Durk, didn't actually know that this had happened. Apparently only finding out about Von's passing via comments on his own Instagram Live, whilst he was ironically singing along to his revenge anthem Back in Blood, literally rapping along lyrics about King Von shooting people as he discovered the news that King Von himself had been shot dead. As viewers pile into the comments to let Lil Durk know, Lil Durk would go on to tribute the 3 O-Block members who were injured in this incident. Muwop would mourn the loss of King Von on Instagram, and frankly, the death of King Von would represent a big shift in the circumstances for O-Block members and their affiliates. Von had been the one leading the charge, funding the war, and providing money and clout for up-and-coming O-Block members. Von was really the meal ticket out of O-Block. He'd been taking these guys to Atlanta, taking them out the hood, showing them a different life. But ironically, his go anywhere, kill anyone attitude is what got him killed and left O-Block without leadership or money. As a result, the remaining orphans of O-Block would continue to go live and try and show strength after Von's passing, with the tone of these lives being very much, "We're still here and fuck the ops." On November the 24th, 2020, C Murder from O-Block goes live, letting the world know that he's still a GD killer and that Get Back Gang have something crazy coming, reminding the world that O-Block run the city.
Bitch, we still GDK, we dropping rates for shit. Wait till y'all see what the Get Back Gang got in store. Oh, my mama, folks looking at the crazy. Ask Siri who were in the city, they gonna tell you O-Block. Get Back Gang, long way ahead. That O-Block ain't never die. That shit around our neck, that should have never done.
At one point, C Murder's son even wants to take over his daddy's life, with C Murder stopping him from looking, informing him that there are gangbangers in the chat.
I want to see it.
Watch out.
Let me see the phone.
Watch out, go
It's
for the
my life.
game.
It's my life, dude. I'm taking over. You ain't nobody.
Nah, they on here gangbanging, dude. Watch out.
Huh?
They on here gangbanging.
I kind of just thought that was an important moment to put in there, because it's ironic that someone like C Murder, that probably didn't have the benefit of somebody older keeping him away from the gang lifestyle, would at least have the good foresight to try and do the same for his son whilst he was still free. Really, there's not much other positivity to be found in this live, as C Murder goes on to say free little Tim and that he hopes he dies.
Free that Tim. They didn't really wish jail on nobody. I wish everybody get out of jail. But after they get out, I'd be fucked. I wish they died. I wish everything else happened to their ass. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Muwop was also going live around this time, showing people that he's still outside, but he's clearly not that safe in the streets, as he is seen on live quite literally running to the store from O Block and back, all the while puffing up his chest saying that if anybody plays him, he's shooting them, and telling the ops to come and get a free kill while he's live.
That motherfucker play with me on O is busting, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, on O, motherfuckers play with me is busting. I ain't no bitch, none of that. Oh, motherfuckers play with me as busting. And y'all see I'm on live too.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all motherfuckers know my low. Right now, motherfuckers know my low. And I ain't no bitch.
And I ain't running none of that shit. Y'all see me coming out right now. Y'all see me coming out right now, motherfuckers play. Motherfuckers show. That's how y'all know my ops ain't no shit in my city. My ops ain't no shit in my city. All my ops dead. I just went to the store and no op pull up on me and shit. Free motherfucking kill.
Of course, the comments are flooded with people saying that he's a killer, but anywho, with the O Block meal ticket dearly departed, it would come time for the other shooters on O Block to try and convert their street stories into money and clout through music. On December the 18th, 2020, Muwop would drop his song Vet, a track that's all about Muwop having been in the streets for so long he is literally like a war veteran, as well as lyrics where he says that he shoots people in the chest, saying he's a savage like King Von, saying he ain't ducking from the beef, followed by a lyric about leaving people dead in the street. And remember earlier on when C-Thang said on his live that he was soon to be releasing a song where everything that he says in it is all facts and no cap.
Ain't no cap in that shit neither, boy.
Well, on December the 23rd, 2020, C-Thang and Zell would release that song, a track called Jump Out. And this is a wall-to-wall self-snitching anthem. It's got references to another body dropping, there being no ambulance to save them before they die, and the ops' mum crying. They say that they're ducking a bunch of times and hopping out of cars shooting ops. It's plain as day that they're talking about the murder of FBG Doug in great detail. Pretty brazen behaviour from two people that can't even go live on Instagram without dozens of random people pointing out that they were the people that took Doug's life. And so as we go into the new year of 2021, O Block members would continue to go live telling fans that they would soon get back for the death of King Von and that fans need to be patient.
Be patient. Don't be all on my live with all this war shit talking about people getting smoked and this get back and please BJ hurry up with something. Don't do that. Just be patient. Everything play out how it's supposed to play out. Don't talk to me about no war. Just let it play out. Be patient. Hey, Wop.
Yeah. Let me get it now.